So client one states that their children do not feel comfortable in the school. The teachers are mean to them because they're Hispanic. They don't give them a chance, and she feels that I cannot do anything for them. My surface empathy response would be, it seems that you are overall upset with the school. My reciprocal empathy response would be, I understand that it must be hard for her to see her children suffer, and then the school not being of any assistance to her. My self-involving statement would be, from what I understand, the children seem to struggle with the school. Maybe me and you can come up with a plan so that I can better help support your family. Client 2 states that somebody is accusing her of not taking care of her children, that she may not be the best parent in the world, but there are worse parents. My surface empathy response would be, so you would say that you were pretty upset with the situation, maybe even angry. My reciprocal empathy response would be, I can see why you'd be upset. You feel you're doing a good job when others feel you are not. My self-involving statement would be, I see how much you do for your children. Maybe we can find others who also feel the same way. For client 3, it is a battered woman in a group who is in fear of her spouse and feels that they are going to hurt them, but she has nowhere to go. For surface empathy, I said that, you must be scared in this situation. My reciprocal empathy response would be, so you are still in fear of art, but you feel you have no other options to move forward. My self-involving statement would be, I can see how scary this is for you. How can I help you to move forward and find stable conditions to get out of this situation? Client 4 is an elderly person grieving the death of their spouse. My surface empathy response would be, so you're feeling a loss of energy and you are just feeling all right. My reciprocal empathy response is, it seems with your grief that you may have developed some form of depression. My self-involving statements is, I can see you're still grieving, and that is okay, that you don't want to go out and do anything. There is no rush to do that. Client 5 is someone complaining that they are being criticized for their drinking. My surface empathy is, it seems that you feel in control. My reciprocal empathy response is, what I'm gathering is you're pretty upset with how others are trying to control you. My self-involving statement would be, I can see you're in control. Do you know why people keep telling you these things, such as you're having a drinking problem? That way we could address why they are confronting him with that. For part 2, client 1 says you can't depend on friends. They stab you in the back. My response to this would be, it sounds like you've been hurtful before. Could you explain further why you feel this way? Client 2 states, my supervisor is so insensitive. You can't believe it. All they think about are reports and deadlines. My response to this would be, I can understand how that can feel. Could you give me a recent example of this so I can better understand? Client 3 states, my dad's 58 years old now, but I swear he still hasn't grown up. He always has a chip on his shoulder. My response is, I understand you're upset. It seems like you have an idea of how you would like him to communicate. Could you tell me more about that? For client 4, they state, you ask why I don't talk to my teacher about why I'm late for school. I'll tell you why, because she's white. That's why. She's got it in for us black students, and there is no talking to her. That's just the way it is. My response to this would be, so you believe there's a racist aspect to it. Could you tell me why you feel that way? For client 5, they state, I was upset when I left your office last week. I felt you really didn't understand what I was saying and didn't care how I felt. Okay, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. What did I do to make you feel this way in our last session?